Hello guys. I think this is a bad idea because of the lighting. But this week is really not the week of my beautiful face. I'll place the lamp a bit differently. I think I need two lamps from left and right so you don't see the reflection of them. I actually wanted just to bring some variety into this, but I don't know if I will keep them sad. But doesn't matter. In today's video I wanted to talk about something completely different, and I have not been on YouTube for 1 month already. The reason is basically I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to bring up. I have some really good ideas, but I have not worked on them enough to say that this is gonna be a high quality video if I upload this. I will bring them up, but just a bit later. I just see something is missing. You know, this thing is like scratching my nose because it's missing on, like, yeah, whatever. I found it, but let's stop talking because I don't have time left. I have to leave for work in like 20 minutes or so. Am I gonna finish this? I don't think so. But still, I wanted to do a review on I think it's my favorite romance anime, and maybe even my favorite anime in general, or at least one of my favorites. It's hard to say which one is the absolute favorite, but let's say this is the one I've rewatched 4 times. Many times, I'd say so, because I don't really rewatch things. I don't really reread books as well, like. So I've rewatched this one. I love it. It's the absolute best romance anime. According to me, in my opinion, it's Romeo x Juliet. Don't be shocked. The title is a bit confusing because we all know Romeo and Juliet, the William Shakespeare piece. It is kind of based on it, but it is so much better. It's a remake with a lot more action and a fantasy world. This is why the anime is categorized as a romance, action, fantasy and drama anime. It was released in 2007, followed by a manga. So first there was the anime adaptation, then there was the manga. It has 1 season with 24 episodes. And as I said, it is based on William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, but it has references and characters from other Shakespeare plays as well. Let's get to the content a little bit. Neo Verona in this anime is a floating kingdom, an island in the sky. One day, Leontes Montecchi murders almost all members from the ruling house Capulet. Just as an original Romeo and Juliet, there's the Capulet family, there's the Montecchi family, and they're both enemies. And only the young daughter Juliet and her maid and friend Cordelia are able to escape. 14 years later, Juliet is about to turn 16. Montecchi rules the island with a really harsh, brutal and merciless attitude, eliminating all opponents and those who dare to not obey him. And he has a son. His name is Romeo. During all that time, all those 14 years, Juliet had to live undercover as a guy, pretending she's a guy, wearing guy's clothes, first not really knowing why, until the very day she turns 16. She uses her undercover second identity to fight against Montecchi's oppression as the Red Whirlwind, helping those in need. So one day she attends a rose ball as a girl, and there she meets Romeo, and that's love at first sight. Unfortunately, turning 16, she discovers who she really is, why the people she's living with now saved her back then, and she decides to fight Montecchi, who's obsessed with the idea of killing everyone with the name Capulet, which is the reason why Juliet had to pretend that she's a guy, because he knew that 14 years ago the daughter escaped, but it was a daughter. So in this fight, love doesn't really have a place. Juliet is very sad, and soon Romeo finds out about the truth as well. He even turns away from his cruel father, wanting to help Juliet. But still, their love is gonna suffer a lot. They both will suffer. They will have some peaceful, loving moments together, and they will have even more hard, difficult and painful times apart. Okay, that was the plot. I don't know if it's easy to digest or not, but I will move this one. Should we move on to my pro and con list? This time, I think I'm gonna start with the con list because there is no con on my list. The only con on my list, spoiler alert, if you don't want to be spoiler, just fast forward, like the time is probably here. I cried so much in the end because basically they both died. The general idea of Romeo and Juliet, like the original, I still kept in place. They did not make it a happy end. They kept it as a not so happy end. And my pro list is, well, it is such a good remake. It is such a good remake of the original. Like, I don't have words for that one, because during my school time we've watched Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet. We've talked about it, we read stories and stuff, and there is even like more modern adaptations of that with DiCaprio, but compared to this anime, that's all bullshit. And I mean, it's a matter of taste, of course, but I prefer this one. It has the right amount of everything for me. It just melts my heart. Like how two human beings can actually love each other so much that they die for each other. This was not even crazy in this one. So relatable. The whole thing, the remake, what they changed, what they kept is just gorgeous. It's mostly the fantasy aspect that made the whole thing a lot more different. And of course the details, but the general idea, it's still Romeo and Juliet. You would recognize that, and it's just beautifully, beautifully made. I recommend this to everyone who likes romance and action and is okay with fantasy. The way they did it, it just has the right amount of tension, empathy, catchiness, and it's good to follow. Like, there's no such thing as confusion, but it's not boring at all. It has the perfect length, even though in the beginning you may be a bit confused because things seem to fast forward so quickly, but then new things will happen which you did not expect, and you will just think, oh, now that sums up. What I also like is the symbolism. They are contrasting, for example, the colors like blue and red. They use flowers, roses and iris. For example, the iris they use like as a theme even is a symbol for fidelity, innocence and love, which is all represented in the love story. They're both so genuine and they really love each other so much, and they really want to be true to themselves and Neo Verona. But also the clothing and time, like I can't say that the drawing style itself was kind of a special thing, but I just like the whole general picture. Symbolism plus clothing plus colors and stuff, it's just nice to watch. And oh my gosh, some characters, most of the characters are just so cool. I love the idea. The creators, they just put William Shakespeare himself into his own piece. He's living it and then he's writing it. Kind of makes history even maybe a bit more interesting, and people would like to find out, oh, did that really happen? Did he get the idea from this? Like, I don't know, to be honest. I doubt it, but it's a really nice idea. I like Juliet's character. She's so brave for a girl at that time. She's independent, but at the same time, you just see that she's still a human with weaknesses, and sometimes it's just all too much for her. She's just a human girl who sometimes just does not want to deal with all that shit that's going on. She just wants to have a peaceful life with Romeo. Damn. And Romeo is just a dream boy, let's be honest. He's so kind, he likes to help others, he speaks up for himself, he's brave, he looks good, and he loves Juliet like so much. This is insane. I think each girl would like to have a guy like this. And Cordelia, I think she's such a supportive and nice side character. Like, she just fits so well in the story, and maybe it's like a sister or even mother figure for Juliet. Like, this is really cute, I don't know. And can we talk about one of the most crazy things that I think about this anime are so great? It's the OSTs. Literally, since 2015, that's the first time I actually discovered Romeo x Juliet, I'm almost regularly listening to almost all OSTs from that anime. Like, I don't know who that was, what orchestra that was, what composer that was. Can I look that up, please? Okay, I can't find it now, but whoever it is, props to you, man. The music is just great. It just gives the whole vibes to this anime. Like, there is a theme melody that is replayed and reused in most of the soundtracks. I even noticed for some pieces that I listen to this often don't have the same vibe as some other ones, that still the same melody is reused even here, and they just put so much variety into this that it's maybe more soothing, more sad, more fun. I don't have words for that because you have to listen to that. Like, go on YouTube and listen to that, because I think music plays a big role in anime, series, in movies in general, to create the vibes and the impression. And this is just so magical here. It like goes under your skin, you have goosebumps. That's when you know good OSTs. I think that's it. If there is a special thing I can say about that one, it's just a wonderful remake of Romeo and Juliet. And I think this is the thing that really converted my impression or my thoughts about all the medieval, middle-aged story thing. I just view that differently. I just see how much potential there is. I see how you can convert or even interpret stories and fairy tales and pieces in your own or in a different way, that it can be so mind-blowing. And I think the producers of the anime just did such a good job. Like, honestly, you have my heart. And that's it for today. I really have to go to work in like 5 minutes. And I made it! I don't have to finish that after work. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I will upload regularly after this week, because I really just had absolutely no idea. I don't want to bring out shit. I'm thinking more what I should do as a video. I want to also do things that I want to do, not just because I have to do a video. So that's why I'm sorry if sometimes I take so long. I know YouTube algorithm is hating me. That's why I hope you like this video and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'm bringing out a lot of different stuff here actually. I hope you had a good week, a great time, and we see each other next time. Bye bye!